everything that the Christ or the Buddha consciousness has taught is truly the way, the truth, and the life. And that is within all of us. There is not one being on earth that does not have that within them. One human being. we could talk about some interesting other types of beings that have come and have done some things that no one would be able to call human or humane. And people have a lot of anger towards those beings as well. That makes it harder to unconditionally love and feel compassion, to even recognize that kind of being as another being. But I say err on the safe side and unconditionally love all. Because what it comes down to, as you are the universe, as you are all things and all beings, all in human form and non-human form, in animal form, in tree form, in all forms, there's not really any point in trying to reject any part of yourself. And that is a very large concept we understand. That is, that's something that you really got to take some personal time to get your heart around. And that's what this unconditional love of the universe thing comes down to, truly. It is personal. It is your experience of opening up to greater and greater and greater and greater love. It just keeps going. It is truly infinite and eternal. So, I don't want to over-define it for you, and I don't want to tell you too much. That whatever words that come out of my mouth and they echo in the chambers of your heart, take those ones and remold them and let them inspire you in whatever ways that they will, and share however it is through you, uniquely expressed, is the best way. So we all are in this incredible transformational time period where we get to discover, remember, we might say as well, who we really are, and to explore that and to appreciate it. The appreciation is a really big part of it. It's one of the biggest. Love and gratitude are here. There's a good symbol of love and gratitude. They go like this together. And as you expand into your own love for what you are now at this moment, and you learn to fully appreciate and recognize the perfection even of a time of imperfection, or something that you would deem imperfection, it just starts to take over your processes within, and you begin to only speak positively to yourself within, and to take care of all of your bodies, your physical body, your emotional body, your spiritual body, your mental body. They all become filtered through this experience that you're having of unconditionally loving yourself. And all that is. So remember, that's yourself too. And that's where the breakthroughs and ego start to come in. When you kind of like can look at a flower and go, is that me? I think that's me. There's a cup sitting there, and it's made of the exact same energy as I am. So, wow, that's a beautiful cup. That's also an expression of me. And you realize that the schizophrenics really had an in the spiritual realm. and we closed them up and shut them up and drugged them up so that they wouldn't have a way of sharing that with society, because we are all things. And it's not scary, you know. Who cares that I'm the cat sitting by the door and his shoe and Troy over here, that, you know, that we don't have any completely particular separate identity. Indeed, that is the joy of it, is that going through this existence on earth where we feel so separate and oftentimes feel so lonely with that separation, to come to find out that that's all illusion, that we never have been separate, and we have only always existed in oneness. We've just been asleep, and little sleepyheads, and there's nothing for us to feel guilty for, to feel ashamed about. I mean, you can feel those things. You can feel anything. You just know that that's you just working through it. And there is no God outside of the source that is within all, that is judging you, condemning you, punishing you. You do all of those things to yourself. I think we all have learned by now from all the life experience, and yes, I'm even talking about lifetimes past, lots of those too, that I lost my spot for a second. Sometimes you go multidimensional and interdimensional, and you kind of, you know, get caught up in the moment, and you're like, oh God, I'm the door. Contemplating being the door. Wow. No. Although that does happen. Waving to the sun. The sun. The sun. The sun. We are all these things. Our senses that we have been told are, you know, by science, are our only senses with which to observe, perceive the world, and make sense of it. Those aren't our only senses, and they're not the ones that actually reveal to us the oneness. The oneness is revealed through our lovely pineal gland, our third eye, that is truly a incredible tool that we have, that as we mature in our oneness of spirit and our unconditional love of ourselves and all others, it opens, and we get to experience just more of what it is to be omniscient, omnipresent, omnipotent. Is that the other one?
This is our time to really to align with our divinity, and to align with our God and our aspect of God and our understanding of God and divinity.
Yes.
Because there's not a return of a messianic Christ. We are all the return of Christ, because it's Christ consciousness. It's all of us. It's almost Christ was the
he was the carrier wave. He laid down an extremely solid foundation. It's so simple, you guys. Everyone all over the globe, if they really just tuned into this, and more people are, there is a tidal wave turning into a tsunami of love energy all over the planet right now. It's because people are waking up to their divine self, which is just love. And so here, let's just go down what Yeshua ben Joseph, Sananda, Jesus Christ, however you know him, what he taught, okay? Loving kindness. That is one of the big ones I've carried through my existence on earth, is the importance of how we treat each other. Not just occasionally, in certain interactions with certain people, and it changes depending on who it is. No, the idea is everybody is treated with loving kindness and then treats others with loving kindness.